demographic of rums. We've got to talk about it in terms of bartending in general, because obviously we're all bartenders here. Different demographics of bartenders. So, if you ever go to London, practically it's made up of Spanish, French, Italian, very small percentage of English. When you actually see an English bartender, a cocktail bartender, by the way, not pubs, I'm talking about cocktail bartenders, or even just like, Caribbean or Vietnamese and,
I know why.
It's like your fucking unicorn, you know?
Egyptian bartender.
Yeah.
I'm like golden unicorn.
And as we have an Italian here, to appreciate in terms of the riches, like there's diversity, but you can't deny the influx of Italian bartenders, especially in central London.
Yeah.
So as an Italian coming over to the UK, seeing how much these guys have put a lot of influence.
Yeah.
Because let's not, no one was drinking in London Aperol Spritz like 5-6 years ago, and now, it's
how old is that, bro?
It's quite old, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, grandpa.
When you see all these, especially in central London,
like a cool young thing.
in central London, the hotels, what you'll find is there's a lot of Italian influence management. So, what do you think? What's the whole story that the whole influence?
What I'll say, I think, for the crisis that you can find out nowadays in Italy, unfortunately, what makes people do is moving away from Italy.
Okay.
So the new generation and the young people, the 20s years old people, what they do, they see bartending a really cool word to tackle,
Okay.
to go first.
Yeah.
So what they do, they move away from the country because there's no opportunity. The opportunity, but not as.
What's the economy
know
like
what I mean?
in Italy for a young person like yourself?
So if you want to make your own, it's quite hard because you need to know people.
Okay.
It's not just bartending. If you want to talk about bartending, as we're here for, what I would say is that in Italy there's no this. In London, for example, as you mentioned before, there is this huge culture about bartending, about how to drink cocktail, about how to create cocktails, stuff like that. In Italy, if you don't go to posh places or something like that, you're not able to find anything like what we do now.
Okay.
Or anything like about trade ethics, about connection stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So what people tend to do, because it's related to food as well, is moving away and find their own way somewhere else. So I think this is where I see Italian bartending here in London.
Right.
And obviously I've been here 3 years and met a lot of Italian bartending, and we bring here, because it's a multicultural place. London is the creativity of an Italian bartender.
Right.
You can clearly see from the maps.
Okay.
But rather than Italian, I met a lot of French people.
Yeah.
I met a lot of it's not just Italian. I mean just Spanish people and all this kind of thing. And obviously, everyone has different interests in bartending. So who's doing flair, who's doing mixologist, which I really like to. I've heard a lot about mixologists, stuff like that. But it depends. It depends the people and stuff like that. Let's just say.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, it's like a passion, as I said before. I really like experimenting things. You remember when we tried to make our own cocktails, and you put a little bit of your knowledge, and I put a bit of my knowledge,
Yeah, of course.
and then you create something else, which in Italy you're not able. I won't say you're not able to do so, but it's quite tough to do so.
Because I'm not gonna lie, from my transition from pubs to cocktail bartending, it was an Italian guy who taught me quite a lot of stuff. So with the culture, it opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, because it takes time to get adjusted to change. But just being in London it's a multicultural city. You get exposed to so many
Yeah,
different
definitely,
flavors,
definitely.
and
Definitely.
yeah, it was just a question to
Yeah,
ask because it's
that's
like
absolutely,
you know
yeah.
because at the moment now you go to the Gibson or Kalukale or whatever, but there's at least one Italian
Yeah,
guy,
like,
there.
you know,
one Italian guy,
Savoy,
Savoy, yeah,
Savoy,
yeah.
the manager, who's managing the bar, is, if I'm not wrong, is an Italian guy. If I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So the influencer, like,
I
you
haven't
see London as a really big opportunity in terms of bartending. As I said before, when I moved to London, I tried to pick what was the best job to undertake there.
Yeah.
And for the reason why there's a really multicultural place to go to, bartending is the best thing you can do.
Okay.
Because especially creativity is, and also if you do so, you can really be accepted by people.
But
And be appreciated.
I think
Yeah.
one of the main differences as well in Italian culture, they see it more, and it is, as a profession, rather over here
Definitely.
in the UK.
Transition job.
It's a transition job,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
That's really cool
Yeah.
what I just said, because if an Italian guy talks in Italy, my country, that he wants to undertake a career in bartending,
yeah.
everyone is going to take a piece out of them. You know what I mean? Because if they don't see anything out of this.
Okay.
But if a guy, really a creative guy, really cares about bartending, moves to London,
Yeah.
he's really able to express himself,
That's true.
and he's also created a lot of opportunity. Because bartending here, just be honest, like if you really get into it, you really dive into it, you really create your own opportunities as you're actually doing. So, you know,
Yeah, if you have a passion.
yeah, if a passion,
Well,
yeah,
that
It is
that
a
no,
career.
that is the key word, and the reason I think
Yeah.
we have so many Italian bartenders is because, as far as people go, and I'm going to generalize horrifically here, you are some of the most passionate people that I know. It pisses me the fuck off. And so, bartending is just an easy opportunity to be passionate about.
Yeah.
Alcohol is an easy opportunity. It's
Yeah.
something everyone enjoys, makes everyone happy,
Definitely.
and it's
Yeah, yeah,
easy
yeah.
to build a passion behind it. So
Yeah,
that's why you're going to
yeah.
find so many Italian people, doing bartending like that, because it really just it suits the stereotype, the classic personality of hyper passionate people.
Yeah.
You know, and so you get just like we were talking about like geeking out over Run before, like I said, geek is just pure passion. That's what I see geekism as. So you guys are just like nation of geeks, but it's a matter of choice about what you geek out over, and just how the bell curve kind of goes. You're going to find more people, Italian people, in something like bartending and cooking and art and music
Yeah.
and things like that, because these are easy opportunities to be passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to be passionate about curtain blinds. You know, so yes, there's going to be some crazy Italian making some sick ass curtain blinds, but obviously just in this part of the industry, that's why you're going to see some Italian people there
Sure.
because of their innate passion in life generally. And this is an easy industry for being so passionate and caring, and actually wanting to take the time outside of your work to do more, learn more, be better, and that kind of thing. So that's why I
Yeah.
see. And if I actually, while I have the opportunity, can I just ask you a personal favor to go and talk to your people? And if you just tell them,
political message.
you just let them know that not everything needs to have Campari or vermouth.
Yeah.
That's
so true. That's so true.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I actually agree with you, because you might wonder what your drink is that. It's true. It's actually true. That's why like moving away from their side, it gives you more exposure to everything else, and then on that you can really find yourself in what you're actually doing, and experiment with different things, because it's actually true. Also, it's also about bartending in Italy. You, as I said before, if you talk about I want to be a bartender in Milan, they really laugh in front of your face, And so it's just all about finding yourself your way to go through it. That's the thing, and it's an amazing thing to do. And is what I believe.